Good morning, guys. Let's go over these chapter 6 comprehension questions so that way you're successful on tomorrow's quiz. Let's just start from the beginning, and I'll probably give you a little bit of extra information as well. Anything that's going to help you out tomorrow when you take that quiz. So let's start with number 1. In what state did Gatsby grow up? Gatsby is actually from North Dakota. This is the first time that has been mentioned. His real name is actually James Gatz, and you can find that if you open your book. Let me open it real quick. On page 98, there's a lot of really good information about his life and how he came to be the person that he is today. Nick Carraway kind of pauses the story to give us this information. He got the name Jay Gatsby from Dan Cody. Dan Cody was a very, very wealthy man, and he was a sailor. And Jay actually helped him. It was kind of like his wingman, and he kind of kept him in line. With that being said, though, Jay doesn't drink because he saw how drinking took over his good friend Dan Cody's life and made him so ill and so miserable. And he used to clean up after, Dan Cody's drunken escapades. So that is one reason he has chosen not to drink, because he didn't want to be a massive alcoholic like this mentor of his. Who was Ella Kay and how much was to have been inherited? Well, James or Jay, either one, however you want to refer to him, was supposed to get like $25,000 after Dan Cody died. But unfortunately, it was left to Ella Kay. And Ella Kay basically came in and said, no, he was my partner in a relationship, and I am taking what is left of his money. There's a part on page 100. It says, and it was from Cody that he inherited money, a legacy of $25,000. He didn't get it. He never understood the legal device that was used against him, but what remained of the millions went intact to Ella Kay. He was left with his singularly appropriate education, the vague contour Jay Gatsby had filled out to be the substantiality of a man. So he did become educated and kind of learn the ways of a wealthy man from Dan Cody. Okay. So that's why he didn't receive it, because Ella Kay, his mistress, got it. Dan Cody's mistress. What is the significance of the threesome not waiting for Gatsby? So there's a part in the story where these, very wealthy elite people are going to have lunch and go out together, and they don't want Gatsby to come along. I think it shows that he's just not a part of the crowd. He's not a part of the wealthy elite that came from money. Even though he has money, it's new money. Daisy does end up going to a party at Gatsby's with Tom. Tom still has no idea really who Gatsby is, but they decide to go to a party. It's kind of funny because the whole time Tom's there, he's wanting to flirt with other girls. At one point, Daisy gives him a little golden pencil to take with him, implying, yeah, why don't you go ahead and, get some numbers while you're at it. But at one point, Daisy is pretty appalled at Gatsby's party because everyone's so drunk and rude and loud and getting into fights, and it's not a very good party. And Gatsby's really, really worried that Daisy didn't have a good time. That is like entering his psyche, and he's kind of perseverating over it. Number 9, how did Tom charge Gatsby with making his money? He really, really thinks Gatsby is a bootlegger. And bootlegging at this time was a prominent business because, you couldn't sell alcohol, so people would sell it illegally, and that's bootlegging. But Daisy says, no, 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 no. He's made his money in the drug business, not illegal drugs, but rather like pharmacies and things like that. And then, in what season of the year had Gatsby met and kissed Daisy? And that was in the autumn in Louisville. If you have any more questions, feel free to ask me. Make sure you look at my notes, and good luck on that quiz tomorrow.